this morning, a man is in the hospital as police in Minneapolis look for the gunman who critically injured him. Officers were called to the 3700 block of Logan Avenue North just after 10 o'clock last night. They found a man suffering a gunshot wound, but say the shooter ran off. That man was taken to North Memorial Medical Center. We do not know his name or condition since he was taken there in critical condition. If you know who did this, call Minneapolis police.
Today we'll hear from the lawyer representing a Gopher basketball player facing possible expulsion. Reggie Lynch is appealing to reports from the Office of Equal Opportunity and Affirmative Action saying that Lynch violated the school's sexual misconduct policy. Both cases are from 2016. The first on April 7th. The EOAA recommended expulsion in that case. The second surfaced last week. That resulted in a recommendation that Lynch be suspended until 2020. Police arrested Lynch in May 2016 over a third sexual assault accusation, but he was not charged in that. A fourth woman accused Lynch, but she decided not to go forward with the university investigation. A statement from the university reads in part, "The university takes its responsibility seriously and is committed to allowing due process for all parties involved. Lynch has been allowed to practice with the team, but is not playing in any games." His attorney is expected to hold a news conference early this afternoon. We'll be there. Stay with WCCO for coverage on air and online.
A Minnesota gymnast is going public with her claim that a Team USA doctor sexually assaulted her. Maggie Nichols is now 20, says Dr. Larry Nassar repeatedly assaulted her at the U.S. Olympic training camp in Texas, starting when she was just 15 years old. Nichols, seen here competing at the World Championships in 2015, said in his statement, "I am making the decision to tell my traumatic story and hope to join the forces with my friends and teammates to bring about true change." Nichols' parents broke their silence too, saying USA Gymnastics told them not to report the abuse.
We were told not to report it to our authorities, not to report it to the police. We were told that USA Gymnastics would handle it. They were going to contact the FBI.
Dr. Larry Nassar has also been accused of sexual assault by gymnasts Allie Reisman and Michaela McRoney, as well as more than 100 other young girls and women. Nassar was sentenced last month to 60 years in prison on child pornography charges. In a statement, USA Gymnastics praised Maggie's bravery and said they were sorry any gymnast had been harmed. They also denied that they ever tried to hide Dr. Nassar's misconduct.
The storm is over. The search for victims is not. The disaster in Southern California started with a storm that dumped nearly 9 inches of rain in just 15 minutes. Water triggered mudslides on hills that were left barren by the wildfires. Then it was followed by flooding. At least 13 people are confirmed dead, twice as many injured. Dozens were rescued by helicopter yesterday, with an unknown number of people still missing or unaccounted for. Schools in that area are closed today.
A federal judge in San Francisco temporarily blocks President Donald Trump's effort to end DACA. The program protects young immigrants or dreamers from being deported. The ruling came on the same day the president invited Democrats and Republican lawmakers to the White House to hash out a deal on DACA as part of immigration reform.
This should be a bipartisan bill. This should be a bill of love. Truly, it should be a bill of love, and we can do that.
In a tweet last night, the president said in part, "Our country needs the security of the wall on the southern border, which must be part of any DACA approval."
Former White House Chief Strategist Steve Bannon steps down as the chairman of Breitbart News. According to a statement published on the website, Bannon and the company, quote, "will work together on a smooth and orderly transition." President Trump publicly split with Bannon over comments he made in a new book by Michael Wolff titled Fire and Fury Inside the Trump White House. In the book, Bannon reportedly called Donald Trump Jr.'s meeting with a Russian lawyer treasonous. Bannon later said he regretted his remarks and still supports the president.
When CBS This Morning starts at 7 this morning, a new co-anchor will join the roundtable with Nora and Gail.
Hoping to bring to the mix exactly what we've had before, which is an enthusiastic conversation that's curious, that's on the news, that's interested in what we think people care about, and really.
CBS named John Dickerson as the show's new co-anchor. Dickerson has anchored Face the Nation since Bob Schaefer retired in 2015. No word on who will take Dickerson's place on the Sunday morning political talk show, I was thinking about this, and I'm a big fan of Major Garrett. I think that he would make a really nice replacement, so it'll be interesting to see who they choose. I just think he's so funny. He's a very clever man.
You want more jokes on your Sunday morning political talk shows?
I don't think that he gets enough airtime to show off his personality as a serious journalist and a reporter.
Sure.
But I think that format could be a nice fit for him.